Hey guys, so it's the time of the week again. Let's talk about Jollibee. Where's the stock headed? It had a lot of selling yesterday. Is it even more bearish today as compared to where it was a couple of weeks ago? What should you do if you own the stock? If you have cash, should you buy, sell, avoid, or hold? If you want to know more about that, then check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Germo, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing, about trading, about the stock market, because this channel has one goal in mind: to give you education that you get to enter the markets and trade with confidence, because it can be done. No matter if you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're an accountant, you're a business person, you're an IT consultant, the stock market is all for those who want to take the time to learn, to know the rudiments, and create buy and sell strategies of a either technical and fundamental analysis. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe, hit the bell, and stay till the end of the video, because the juiciest part is always at the end of the video. So this is where we are right now. This is where Jollibee stands. As you all know, a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago, Jollibee was hitting high upon high upon high, hitting 320 plus pesos per share. Then it had a barrage of news. Smashburger wasn't doing so well. Then you had the Coffee Bean acquisition, which a lot of people were not really so excited about it as well. Plus, if you notice all of the past videos that I created, Jollibee broke down certain support ranges. Jollibee also went much lower than a couple of moving averages, and a lot of the price and momentum oscillators that we've been looking at have all been showing that Jollibee is bearish for the short, mid, and long term. But here's the thing, something happened last Friday that's causing us to take another look on the stock on a more bearish tone. So if you're just following me just now, you haven't seen the previous videos, please do note that this is the massive long uptrend of Jollibee. This started way after the 2008 financial crisis, and after that, if you notice it, if you could even draw some semblance of a trend line here, somewhere in July 2019, that upward cross, that upward movement got broken. That being said, and I've been saying this not just in these videos, but even in the books and in the Stock Smart sessions, that the name of the game is this: if you are a trend follower, you follow what the underlying main trend is. And that trend, which started 2008, was finished last 2019, last year. That being said, a trend is strong, but when it's broken, a new trend is forming. And that's what happened somewhere here. And now let's continue to zoom in so you follow the story and the narrative. While that's happening, this is where we are. I'll try to clean this up first so you see it better. You see that the downtrend after the breakage of the long uptrend is still pretty much intact. That being said, also, long-term moving averages such as the 200-day moving average shows you that as of today, Jollibee is still bearish. The resistance causing from the 200-day moving average is at the 238 peso level. If you would want to put some sort of a resistance there, you can somehow peg it there, and it coincides with the breakdown last July 2019. It coincides with the resistance that was preventing the market from going up last August, and it got repeated again last October. And that being said, also, it tried to challenge it somewhere near December, but it wasn't strong enough already to break it possibly higher as well. Then you have the downtrend pretty much in the mix. Anyways, if I also put the 100-day moving average here, you will see this. The 100-day moving average coincides with this resistance here. It's protecting it from this level, and it also coincides from this downtrend that we're having. So you can sort of peg also that the downtrend that started here, April 2019, is following the 100-day moving average. And now you can also peg that the 200-day moving average is also following the 237 to 240 resistance level. So I'll try to remove that first. You have the 20-day moving average somewhere there. Then the shorter one, the 50-day, that was the 50-day moving average. You have the 20-day moving average, also bearish. So putting that all side by side, all moving averages are showing you that Jollibee, as of today, is still bearish. So here's the thing. You should not be surprised why Jollibee is not moving up. Why? Because it's part of the nature, it's part of the characteristic of a stock that's bearish to continue to go down. A bearish stock will continue to go down until something shifts, until something changes, until it's proven otherwise. So if you're asking why is Jollibee continually going down, number one, all of the indicators are still bearish, and the nature of a bearish stock is just still to go down. Then it's still pretty much on a downtrend. You see that this downward slope. Until this downward slope gets violated, gets broken, you really can't expect Jollibee to push up and move up over the short term. You also have MACD confirming everything that Jollibee's pretty much, as of the day, as of this point in time, still bearish. So you are a position trader, you are a trend follower. The main narrative is we wait for clear reversals if you are a position trader to come in before you start bouncing into the stock. Now, I want to make it more interesting with this. If you notice it somewhere here, around the 187 level, you notice it even if I zoom out here, there's a resistance here. It became a support, it became a support slash resistance, then support, 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 support. Then if I zoom in here, you notice it, you'll notice this. Last December, the stock tried to go here, hit the 187 level, it went to as low as 183, but because that level, that particular level is something that we could qualify as a support, since it's a support level, we saw the stock start to bounce. As it started to bounce though, the only thing that caused it to go lower again was it got hit by this very, very long resistance, the downward trending resistance. If you notice it also, it started from here. So I've been saying this in our Stock Smart sessions that the range versus the trend is always stronger than the range. And this is the resistance of the trend. So this is a very, very strong resistance that people should also watch out for. Now, it hit it again, and that's why we're seeing the stock start to go down. However, here's what you guys should watch out for. I'll try to put in volumes last Friday. I'm not sure natakpan siya dito, but if it's above this average, you see a large heavy selling for the stock. Now, that being said, you have last Friday a breakdown from this support level. Number two, a very, very large bearish candle. It opened at 194, closed at 185. So you have a large bearish candle. Volume is quite there. It's, of course, there have been days that it has been higher, but volume has been there, is currently there. MACD is still bearish. Plus, for those who watched my triangle video, stock market triangles video, or for those who attended our seminars talking about triangles, it's forming a descending triangle. A descending triangle is a very bearish configuration. What do I mean by this? If it does not go back to the 188 level, we might see Jollibee continue to slide lower. So one way to measure it is the distance from here. So what 225, 188, that's probably around a 27 peso swing or on the upside. That being said, also on the downside, you could concoct 188 minus 27. So calculator na lang natin para sure. 188 minus 27. If it follows the downward progression of that 188 minus 27, you will see possible downward configuration will be 161. But let's see also where the next support line is, because if it continues to fall down, it will probably hit and go to where the support level is. So the next support is around the 176 level, and the next support is around the 167 level. So why am I saying this? Before Jollibee heads lower to the 160 level, the possible downside would be, number one, Jollibee will hit the 176 support level. Number two, Jollibee could possibly hit the 167 support level. So support levels to watch out for. If please remember this, if 187, 188 does not solidify itself as support, meaning Jollibee does not go above that level, possible downside risk, 176 support, or next is 167 support. Then if it follows the progression of the descending triangle, it could possibly go to the 160, 161 level. That's the more negative side if it fails to hold the 188 level. Now, what if a more positive scenario comes in? By the way, I'll just show you our side just for a quick noting. Jollibee is already oversold. The last time it hit this level was somewhere around here, November 2019, which if you notice it also, just compare, I'll remove the MACD first. Just comparing it, it looks almost similar, but again, not all stock movements will always be the same. So meaning the bounce from this boom, it's what triggered it to push higher, and that's where we are oversold. However, as you know, for those who know how to read RSIs, we still don't have a buy signal because there's no cross up yet. What we do know as of this point in time, Jollibee is already oversold, and if you notice it, the dips that it had here, it dipped November 2019 there, it dipped again October 2019, then it dipped August, then it dipped July. So it could lead to either, please remember, oversold stocks are bearish, and oversold stocks can still go down over a period of time, no matter even if they're oversold. An oversold stock also can still dip. People always think that when it's oversold, it won't go down anymore. It can still go down. So that's where we are. Now, if we're looking at a more positive scenario, for example, if it does go back to the 187 level, meaning you see it start to bounce back from here, I think that the next shorter resistance could be placed somewhere here. How do I know? Because this one prevented it. This is a resistance here, and this is also a support line here. So a bounce from the 187 level will just bring Jollibee pretty much back to the 216 level. For those who want to make quick punts, let's see. This is around a 15% gain from 187 all the way up to 215, 216 pesos. So it's up to you if that level of earnings, that level of gain is something that's relevant already for you. But just to recap what I'm saying, number one, if you're a trend follower, the long upward trend of Jollibee is broken. It's still currently on a downtrend. All moving averages are bearish. MACD is bearish. RSI is oversold. It's still on a downtrend. It's forming a descending triangle. For those looking at candlestick patterns, the stock has a very, very large red bearish candlestick which broke down from a current support level. That being said, the way you do your trading plan is, if it does not go back to the 188 level, it could possibly slip lower to the next support levels that I mentioned. However, if it should it bounce back, then it could possibly go back to the 217 level, because that's where the next resistance is as of this point in time. So that's it. Comment below if you have questions for Jollibee, and I'll try to make videos off of that. And above and beyond that, if you have other stocks that you would want me to discuss, just put the stocks below, then put hashtag stocks by request so that I know, and I'll try to include that over the next videos. And if you'd like to know more about all of this jargons, this charts, what's Marvin talking about, I'd like to invite you. The next set of seminars will be for Manila this March, London this April, May, Singapore and Doha, Qatar. June, we will be in Auckland, New Zealand. July, Sydney, Australia. November, Tokyo and Dubai. So all of those are in the description below. You just have to click the links to see the details, the venue, the timings, and the topics that will be done on all those areas. And for those who want to learn about the basics of the stock market but cannot attend those seminars, we have online courses. They're also in the description below. They're all links. You can just click them. One Tagalog session with Chinkitan para sa mga gustong matuto ng stock market sa Tagalog. Then we have a business and investing course with Sean C, who will also teach how can you start your own business, and I'll talk about how can you invest in the stock market. And lastly, those that want to consume via books, I have links down below where you can order via Shopee. But for those who want to order to international destinations, just look at Marvin Online Book Delivery. It's also beside the Shopee link as well. So I guess that's it. This is the 14-minute mark of this video. I hope that you guys are learning from all of this. I hope that the videos that I create is something that creates value to all of you, gives you so much content, because that's all I want. I want you to have more and more reasons why the stock market isn't boring. I want to have more and more reasons that it's actually fun to invest and trade in the markets, because it can be done regardless of where you are, regardless of what you're doing. As long as you know what you're getting into, as long as you study and do the proper rudiments, you can actually win. You can actually trade the markets with confidence, and that's what this channel is for. This channel is here to be able to give you a great understanding that regardless of what you're doing, regardless of where you are in life, you can trade the markets and you can also win. So this is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.